Hello everybody, this is Falling to Bottom. Welcome to race number 28 of the 2020-21 NROL Siemens National Series season. This is the Lays 250 at Richmond Raceway. So, same situation of the Truck Series, it is the final race of the regular season. The race where we decide who is the regular season champion and who is, more importantly, who is going to be the 10 drivers that will go on to compete for the championship. So, yeah, second time me doing this intro because the first time I realized that there was a mess up with the race, but thankfully that has been fixed. So, with that in mind, let's give you the starting grid for this race. Starting with the pole for this one is Sebastian Kuckelo, and alongside the second is Ed Wood. Third is John Doe. Fourth is Snallgeier. Fifth is Noah Grayson. Sixth is Ross Sustain. Seventh is Jay Jumdinger. Eighth is Peter McShane. Ninth is Austin Sitter. 10th is Cody Goforth. 11th is Henne. 12th is Ryan Sieg. 13th is Bank Coach. 14th is Jed Burton. 15th is Derek Graff, 16th is Chase Briscoe, 17th is Russell David, 18th is Todd Massey, 19th is Will Exposed, 20th is Casey Anko, 21st is Michael Nett, 22nd is Austin Murray, 23rd is Steve Richardson, 24th is Steve Reed, 25th is Jose Mills, 26th is Kana, 27th is Nathan Alfredo, 28th is Zach Fitzwater Sr., 29th is Matthew Brown, 30th is Harrison Burton, 31st is Justin Haley, 32nd is Nathan Mon, 33rd is Anthony Logan, 34th is Bradley Hooks, 35th is Damon Blue, 36th is Brandon Jones, 37th is Aaron Irvin, 38th is Shane Lamb, 39th is Moose River, 40th is Bob Hunter, 41st is Mark Steiner, 42nd is Kent Drive. Alrighty. So we wanted to do some weird stuff. So yeah, that was actually the reason why I had to restart this thing. Because one thing that I didn't realize when doing the truck race is that there were a couple of missing grid slots on pit road. So, yeah, I remember those two drivers that finished it, or didn't even finish the truck race last time. That's because they weren't even in the race because I don't know what was going on with the grid slots. But yeah, we missed off on two drivers for the truck series race. That truck series might as well have been 40 drivers. But now we're back to usual 42 now that I have fixed the pit road issues. So we now have everyone racing today. And a lot of important stuff. Of course, this is the final race of the regular season. And we are underway for the Lays 250 at Richmond Raceway. Now here we go. Sebastian Kuckelo pulling out to an early lead. Is Edwood, not Henne, is Edwood who scrapes the wall. And loses loses a few spots there. I don't know what that noise was. And here we go. Last race of the regular season is off. You know, Sebastian Kuckelo won the season opener. And didn't do very good after that. Yeah. Well, anyway, focus on the race for now. And here's Austin Cindric. Looking around Allgaier. Yes, they're off, of course. Ooh, Cindric got a little bit loose on corner exit. Ooh, Edward running a little bit wide. Edward smacked the wall at the start of the race. So Edward off to the best start today. Ooh, AJ Allmendinger about to attempt to pass. Yeah, AJ Allmendinger, by the way, he's going to be in the 16 car now for the rest of the season. And now he's getting around Noah Gregson. Alright, good stuff from AJ Allmendinger. Also, AJ Allmendinger might be going full-time next season. But let's see if he can win a race before this season is over. He's got a lot of chance left. Like I said, AJ Allmendinger has this car for the rest of the season as Can't Drive going very slow here. So slow that I scraped the wall. As they were about to lose spot to Thingy. And here is Bank Coach is racing with Edwood. Yeah, Bank Coach is racing a couple of old friends of his. Bank Coach is in his final Siemens Naster start of the season, and he gets around Edwood. But yeah, Bank Coaches used to be teammates with Edwin Hennet back in the day. Yeah, back when Bank Coaches used to race for Stolas Motorsports quite a long time ago. And Bank Coach went to YouTube Motorsports, and today he is a Tobob Motorsports driver. And Bank Coach is not likely to win, or not likely to make the playoffs this season. In fact, Bank Coaches really hasn't been having a very good season at all in the Cup Series. And here's Hennet getting around Austin Cindric. And Hennet, a driver actually in the playoffs. Takes it pretty high up. Actually, he's actually running in 9th. Although his next competition of Austin Murray is behind him. And same for Allgaier. So Hennet looking to come in with a good point today. And actually, I think it was Hennet that won last year's edition of this race. Although last year this race was more... Well, I say more. Last year this race was earlier on in the season. You know, last year I think this race was like... When was it? It was early on. Like 10 or so races into the season. This year is the penultimate round of the regular season as Can't Drive goes down pit road. Probably a good idea. I mean, penultimate? No, this is the last round, yeah. This year, Richmond Raceway, the final round of the regular season. And right now is being dominated by Sebastian Coquelin. Here's Allgaier. And Edwood seems to have a broken car. Not sure what's up with Edwood, but he just keeps hitting the outside wall now. Probably due to his, well, I know it is due to his accident at the start of the race. Oh, what's this? We're slowing up. Caution's out. Caution is out at Richmond. Wow. Well, that came out of absolutely nowhere, but our first caution of the day at Richmond. Wow. Looks like it was involved Ernie Irvan, but let's go back in time and see what happened. Because I did not see what actually happened to bring out this caution. So it was up for quite a while, too. Huh. Alright, and okay, lights out. So who did it actually involve? No, okay, it was Ernie Irvan. Oh, it happened earlier. Oh, it was Can't... who would have guessed it? It was Can't Drive getting involved. Well, who did it actually get involved with, though? Oh! Okay, so Can't Drive proving... Well, yeah, Can't Drive living up to his name. So it actually started out here. He was exiting pit road and just got the worst exit and got involved with Jose Mills, who isn't actually anywhere near the points if we look. But Jose Mills tags Can't Drive and just sends him right into the outside wall and into a roll. And luckily, oh, he tagged. He actually just briefly linked up Anthony Logan. That's actually pretty important because Anthony Logan, right now the driver most likely to win the regular season championship, and Jose Mills nowhere near as likely, but he just makes it right through. Scrapes the wall briefly, but thankfully Jose Mills gonna get through clean. But man, Can't Drive nearly took out Anthony Logan. Okay, looks like Bob Punter though. Bob Punter just hit a flipping Can't Drive, which spun him out. But then the worst of the damage is from Ernie Irvan, who hits Can't Drive right in the front, and that has blown up his engine. Also a bit of saltiness from Nathan Amond, who actually hit... Oh no! I didn't see that, but Anthony Logan actually is the one with the smoking motor. Playoff implications, and Anthony Logan with a blown engine in the last race of the regular season. And Anthony Logan has quite a lot as far as points. He is actually good, but he was hoping to win the regular season championship, and now his chances might be done. Wow. Anthony Logan just 15 laps into the race. He might not now win the regular season championship. And all because of a rollover by Can't Drive. Wow. We might have Amon getting into Anthony Logan as well. Nathan Amon, another driver, actually, I don't really know. No, he's not running. He's not running for the title, but. And ultimately, though, the worst of it, though, is. Actually, no, the thing is. It's. Ernie Irvin, he's got a blown motor, but, I mean, he's just a back marker. But Anthony Logan, of all drivers that could have gotten tagged by Can't Drive, it is your points leader. And now, wow, playoff implications that might have just ended Anthony Logan's chances at winning the regular season championship. Oh no. And so yeah, the day has gone bad for Anthony Logan. His close competition is actually Hubi Lexenpulse, who was running in 13th. Wow. Anthony Logan must be furious with Can't Drive after that one. Wow. Of all the drivers that could have tagged Anthony Logan, or no, out of all the drivers that Can't Drive could have tagged, it is Anthony Logan. And that might be the difference. And Anthony Logan, he needed to win the regular season championship because he has no wins in the playoffs. Meanwhile, there are a number of drivers who are in the playoffs as well who have wins. And Hubi Lexpos has 2 wins. Major things. Wow. Wow, indeed. I did not expect to see that level of drama in this race, but wow. Can't Drive living up to his name, and not only that, he takes out the driver who is running for the regular season championship, and oh man, that is Anthony Logan. He must be absolutely furious with Can't Drive. Man, I did not see that coming. I mean, it would have been different if if Can't Drive had tagged somebody not as important, but Anthony Logan, the driver who is running for the regular season championship. Wow. He might actually drop another spot. Oh no, he's actually got a lot of points that are just daily, so no. Anthony Logan, he's still actually going to, regardless of what happens, he's still going to come home second in the points, but his closest competition of Hubi Lexenpulse is running 13th. Wow. So unless Hubi Lexenpulse has a bad day, or a very bad day, that's it for Anthony Logan. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's it, Anthony Logan. If you're watching this, I know you're probably not, but if you happen to be watching this, I do apologize for what has happened to you in this race. I did not see that coming. Even if Anthony Logan, even where he was running, if he would have just kept on going, he still would have run the regular season championship. But now, if he's got any hope, he's now going to have to run. Hubi Lexpos also having a bad day. And Hubi Lexpos, he's going to have too bad of a day because he's got competition from Justin Haley. Oh, let's see what happens. Green flag back in the air in Richmond. Well, a little bit of stalls having behind is Nathan Mont, slow car. John Doe, though, trying to use this opportunity to get around Sebastian Coquelin for a lead. Ooh, he slips off the corner, and John Doe not in the position for the championship, but he might at least try to get a win here. And John Doe goes underneath Sebastian Coquelin, and the battle for lead is on. And John Doe slowly but surely making his way around Sebastian Coquelin. Pretty good battle for lead between these two. John Doe trying to carefully complete the pass. He's still side by side as Sebastian Coquelin actually runs wide a little bit. Still slow. So John Doe has the lead, but now he's got to clear Sebastian Coquelin. It looks like he will here. John Doe, your new leader at Richmond. And here's Bank Coaches actually having a pretty good day. Bank Coaches running in 6th. He actually won last time out at Pocono. I might try to go for another one here at Richmond. And here is Henne. Henne, actually, he was pretty close to the cut line. But now he's going to, well, hopefully, if he runs well, he can come in with a good points day. Although Noah Gregson also, actually he's pretty far back in points. As Henne does complete the pass, actually missed it. I do apologize. I was actually looking at the points briefly, but Henne running side by side with Noah Gregson who pounds the outside wall. At least Henne will pick up that spot. Also, Ross sustained a battle with Bank Coaches. Ross Singers had a pretty garbage season. But he is now getting around Bank Coaches. Man, Bank Coaches, though, trying to do everything they can in his last Siemens Nexus race of the season. And yeah, this is going to be it for Bank Coaches. Yeah, once this race complete, Balcom Films will have that over 9,000 car all the way through to the end of the season. It's Yomadinger trying to find a way around Sebastian Coquelin. Well, our potential regular season champion is done for the day. And now the other potential regular season champion of Hubi Lexipulse is making his way up the pack. And Hubi Lexipulse does have an advantage over, or at least will have an advantage at the start of the playoffs on... Oh, what is this? Action. That came out of nowhere. And what is up with all the lots of souls just happening as we have another crash here in Richmond Raceway, and this time it involves sausages. That came out of absolutely nowhere, but wow, I was just about to talk about saying how Hubi Lexipulse is the next driver that could win the regular season championship, and just behind him, his teammate of Tyler Tomasi was notable making the playoffs, gets into Greg Graff, and Tyler Tomasi loses the inside wall, goes back on the race, and Austin Cindric. And various drivers behind try to get around. And not really, or can't really do it. And I think a driver even goes flipping, and it is Shane Lamb. Oh, Shane Lamb. Yet another driver going for a tumble today. Wow, Richmond, pretty dangerous track. But yeah, Shane Lamb trying to get around this big mess. And he gets hit by a couple drivers, actually, and Shane Lamb goes for a flip. And that is going to put the end of the day to more drivers. All Cindric done for the day. Cindric, another driver who was actually trying to go, or trying to make the playoffs in this race. He's got no chance now. Kana as well got involved. Let's see the damage of Kana. As she also got involved in, I say involved. Let's see what happened. Alright, so Kana having to use some wreck avoidance skills here. She makes contact with Austin Cindric and Matthew Brown. And, ooh, Michael hits her as well. So Kana with some damage. Kana in her second to last Siemens National Series start of the season. Has a bit of damage now. So, we'll line them up and go again. Actually, we're gonna see pit stops. All right, so yeah, not just the guys who crashed. Your front runners. Looks like the entire field actually coming down pit road for a service. We'll see how they come out of the pit stops. Alright, changing tires. Edwin pit road. Actually, this would be a good chance for Edwin to repair some damage. John Doe out first. Sebastian Cohen out second. And Henne moves up a spot on, actually, AJ Humdinger loses a lot of spots. Well, okay then. Alright, well, with servicing complete, time to get back underway in a moment. And who would I supposed to talk about? Ooh, apparently, well, according to the scoreboard, oh no, it's up to 8th. Yeah. Hubi Lexingpol's up to the 8th position now. Meanwhile, Anthony Alfredo being held up on pit road here. Ooh, dear. And Freya McShane. Man, I just can't believe how much bad luck that Freya McShane has had this season. Anyways. Alright, so now long last the drivers to catch up. Freya McShane off the road. And she will join the rest of the field. So here we go. Alright. Oh, Anthony Alfredo weirdly enough up here. Who's actually the last car on the lead lap? It is. Oh, Freya McShane is still catching up to these drivers. Alright, so John Doe, your leader, but now it's a couple lap cars to deal with. Here we go as the green flag back in the air in Richmond. Drivers going all over the place, and 3 wide for the lead as Henne goes all the way to the bottom lane here. It is a wild restart in Richmond. Drivers going all over the place. And lots of stuff going on here as Noah Griggs on the way to the inside and Bank Coach as well trying to take advantage of this. And on the high line, Noah Gregson on the low line. And Noah Gregson, Henne hits the wall. There's Noah Gregson up to first and Bank Coach is in second. And a lot of stuff happening back here. This is going absolutely insane. And especially going to get back around Henne. Alright, well, fortunately, no crash. As Noah Gregson, who was pretty low in the standings, but now might be in position to make it, just barely. We'll see though, only time will tell. As Henne another one escaped from the wall, and AJ Humdinger makes the pass on him. But his bank coaches, the rookie versus the experienced, about to go to battle here in Richmond. Yeah, bank coach is trying. Play field those starting to get a bit chilled out. Here's John Doe, had the lead and fell back down to 7th in the creases. That was that restart. There's no race side by side with Greg Graff. Who smacks the ball. And Chase Briscoe actually the first driver outside the cut line, is quite a ways ahead of Austin Murray, I think. I forget which car Austin Murray is driving. It is the... Who's driving that car? I forget. Dang, I forget who's driving, or what car is Austin Murray driving? Dang it. Well, I don't know where Austin Murray is, but Chase Briscoe having a good day. Meanwhile, missing the ball in front. Oh dear. Okay, I gotta go back a bit. And all that faffing about has now made me miss what's happening up front. As Bank coaches putting the bumper to Noah Gragson. And yeah, Bank Coach is trying to go 2 in a row in the Siemens National Series, and he goes to the inside of Noah Gragson. Side by side through the corner. And Noah Gragson smacks the wall. And Bank Coach is to the lead in Richmond. Meanwhile, Hednash trying to get around A. Jumbendinger. Russell David not too far back either. Russell David just running behind Casey Anico. And Russell David in his final Siemens National Series start of the season. And Texas gonna have this 1-2-4 car for the rest of the season after this one, after this race. And here's Sebastian Coquelin now trying to perform an overtake on Noah Gragson. And Gragson smacks the wall again. Not a smart move. This is a good race though. Ooh, Noah Gragson still can't get to the bottom lane. And A.J. Allmendinger, A.J. Allmendinger looked for a second to get around. Yeah, here he goes again. A.J. Allmendinger dives beneath Noah Gragson. And A.J. Allmendinger trying to pick up another spot. Now Allmendinger, he has the whole rest of this season to win a race. But he's trying to go for it early on in the last race of the regular season. And Gragson smacks the wall again. And Henny picking up another spot. This race is going to help Henny out in points, as he was not far up above the cut line. And the caution's out again. Man, another caution in Richmond. Man, this race is caution filled. But yes, yet another caution is out at Richmond. Let's see what it was for this time. Okay, we gotta get this race over with as quickly as possible though, because I don't have all the time in the day today to record this race. I gotta go somewhere later on, but let's quickly see. Oh. footage speaks for itself. Well, it's a good thing I don't have to spend too much time explaining that one. You saw it yourselves. So, no explanation necessary. Well, we'll see how the field lines up. I don't imagine them having to pit, though. It is, I mean, they just did pit like a 20, actually. Well, it was only 20 laps ago, so... Although if anyone wants to pit, this would be a good chance to pit, but it doesn't look like anyone's going to do it. And honestly, yeah, they don't really need to. It's just too early in this stint to pit. Oh, they're supposed to fall back down to 17th. Huh. Must have been the crazy restart. Okay, well, let's fast forward a bit. Actually, we'll just... Anyone down here road of note? I don't think so. Well, so pretty much he doesn't have a chance to cause confusion delay again. Slightly lengthy caution period. Let's see, what's his name? Also, that crash took out a ton of guys. Yeah, Cindric. And yeah. There's Austin Murray. And sadly, his regular season championship is in the grave. But he will still be in the playoffs. So, hey, you know what? He might not be the regular season champion, but he does have a chance to win something a lot more valuable. Well, anyways, here we go. This time the 2 lap cars are on the inside, which is that they should be. And green flag back in the air in Richmond. And bank coaches who had the lead are going to keep it. Off the drivers behind the leader going absolutely nuts. And AJ Allmendinger using this chance to get around Sebastian Coquelin. Here comes AJ. Man, AJ Allmendinger wants to win badly. You know, when the limited starts that AJ Allmendinger has run so far, this is one of his best chances, possibly his best chance to win a race. His second best chance was back in New Jersey, but ultimately just couldn't make enough passes. But here he is today, with another chance at winning the race. Oh, he gets... Oh, he hits Sebastian Coquelin. I think that actually put Sebastian Coquelin on the wall as the caution's out again. Oh, did another caution at Richmond. Yep, we are under caution yet again. And you saw it briefly in the background, but we're going to go back in time and take a look at what happened in more detail. And lights out. It happened back here. Actually, I think it started out actually with, well, we'll go back and see. Oh, the lapped car of Nathan Monk is being careless. And he tags Chase Briscoe. And takes on another bunch of other guys. Ooh, Ryan Sieg is well involved. Wow, a couple more playoff competitors involved in this one. And Chase Briscoe, another driver who was at least looking. His championship hopes are over. And at the moment was already having a bad day. His bad day is now over with. But Chase Briscoe, another playoff implication caution has happened. And Chase Briscoe, who is only 8 points out of making the playoffs. But his championship hopes are over. Wow, so first we lose the guy who tried to win the regular season championship. Now we have a guy who's just trying to squeak his way into the playoffs. But I'm sorry to say, but Chase Briscoe is done. And not only Chase Briscoe will not make the playoffs, yeah, he will not go on and compete for a championship. Yep, just like that, his championship hopes are over. Alright, well, skipping a couple laps. I know there was somebody up here, bro. I think it was, Nathan Amond, who was still on pit road, but probably not going to be on pit road for much longer, as he's got probably too much crash damage. I think the pit crew on that 24 is actually trying to repair the damage, but it's just a little bit too much. Yeah, he's done. So Nathan Amond done for the day. Right, there are 28 or 29 cars remaining on the lead lap. So we'll go back green flag racing in just a moment. Or actually, go back green flag racing right now. Alright, here we go again. And green flag back in the air in Richmond. Oh, AJ Allmendinger scraping the wall. AJ Allmendinger stuck in the wall. As ever to go 3 wide. Uh-oh. Thankfully, able to keep it clean. But AJ Allmendinger, who scraped the wall and couldn't get out of the wall in the restart, is now racing with Henne. And Henne trying everything he can. Allmendinger as well, trying, and Allmendinger scrapes the wall. A couple guys scrape the wall, actually. That's going to end the battle for second for now. And AJ Allmendinger starting to fall back. As Noah Gragson up to the second spot, or up to the third spot now. Well, it's safe to say there's been a pretty action-packed regular season finale. And Justin Haley, who is actually third in the points, about to overtake AJ Allmendinger. And Justin Haley, I'm not sure. He might get close to taking down Anthony Logan again. We'll have to see, though. Now a couple of JRM teammates race each other. This Allgaier trying to get around Noah Gragson. And, oh, Gragson scrapes the wall. Ooh, Gragson, though, trying to pull off the crossover move. Getting back around Allgaier. As Allgaier is now the one on the wall. Pretty good side-by-side battle. And here's Justin Haley trying to get a piece of the action. And Allgaier, scrapes the wall. And here is Justin Haley trying to get a bonus pass on Justin Allgaier. Ooh, who's here though? But right now it is Bank Coaches who is the dominant driver at the moment and is pulling out to a substantial lead over Henne. And Bank Coaches, who won last time out at Pocono, is trying to do what he did last season and get 2 Siemens National Series wins. And while Bank Coaches is having to win the Cup Series, he does at least want to try to get some wins, or at least a couple wins, in the Siemens Nash Series. And here is Casey Yannico, who was pretty safe in the playoffs, just getting around AJ Allmendinger. And Casey Yannico, he's actually going to get some bonus points as he has 2 wins on the season. And Allmendinger, unfortunately, losing spots. So unfortunately, like I said, AJ Allmendinger's got the whole rest of the season still get to win a race. I mean, we'd like to have done it as early as possible, but He's got 8 more chances after this one. Now, of course, you hate to wait until your first win, but yeah, I mean, tell me, he was up front though, but just got shuffled back. At the moment, though, the top 2 drivers of Bangkok and Henne are, let's say, slowly, they are pulling away to a bit of a gap now on the field. And Henne actually was already in the playoffs, but only just. But if Henne comes home a second, he will be a lot closer to the thingy. Yeah, a lot closer to actually making it. Swing back here a bit. Feel like starting to settle down a little bit. It is the most calm the field's been all day, but at this point I can't really blame him considering how just insane this race has been. And I mean, what a race we've had so far to end off the regular season. Now here is Edward. Where is Edward? Here is Edward. Edward about with Harrison Burton. Edward fell back quite a lot. Edward doesn't really have any chance to make the playoffs. And he's trying to get close though, but no cigar. They're starting to get a bit calm. Oh, Colin, unfortunately, yeah, with the damage that she got. In fact, she's actually about to get lapped. Huh. Didn't think Connor was that slow after that crash. Well, things happen sometimes. But now we turn attention to Hubi Lex Impulse. If I can find him in the list. Oh, he's right there. I am stupid. So Hubi Lex Impulse running actually in a battle with Michael Annette, and Hubi Lex Impulse running in 14th. I think Hubi Lex Impulse has to finish like above 20th or something to make the playoffs. Like, only the Logan's last hope to win the regular season championship would have been Hubi Lex Impulse having a bad day, but he has had a good day. So now here is Bank Coaches, and now the rest of this field actually now have to get around a slow moving Kana. And it's the past up against the future. So the rest of the field gets getting around Kana. With 15 laps to go. I think Hubi Lex Impulse was in a battle a bit earlier. Looks like he's gone out of that battle. But also, David having a pretty decent day to end off his Siemens Nationals tenure for this season. You know, Russell David was initially only going to run half the races in the Siemens National Series for all the regular season. But then the driver who was initially going to share the ride with him, he left the team, and as all, Russell David able to race between a few different teams and run all the races in the regular season of the Siemens National Series, and even won one of those races. Only one win though. Probably could have been more, but ah well. Oh, here's Anthony Alfredo. Another car about to go lap down, but that is no trouble for your leader of bank coaches, who is continuing to pull ahead. So with 9 laps to go this time by, now let's car comes out, bank coaches can just, well, even the car comes out, I imagine bank coaches can just cruise to victory lane. But back-to-back Siemens National Series wins, that's a pretty good accomplishment. You know, especially considering how poor bank coach has been. And even in the 2 starts we ran before the Siemens National Series, he just didn't really do anything of note. But then at Pocono, he absolutely dominated that race and won. And he's about to do the same here in Richmond. I feel now having it around a slow-moving Anthony Alfredo. Ooh, John Dope getting a little bit sliding. Any more battles with the closing laps? Not really. I think the field is just starting to calm down a little bit. As bank coach continues to drive away, we'll look to see if there's any other. Actually, by the way, it looks like there isn't. And Tyron Tomasi, who unfortunately has nowhere near as good of a season as his full-time teammate. Tyron Tomasi likely not going to be back at Total Motorsports next season, and will focus on his late model deal. However, while one Total Motorsports car is not having such a good day, another Total Motorsports car is having a very good day. And this over 5000 car has been to victory lane a number of times now. 2 wins from Balkan Thomas, 1 win from Russell David, and 1 win so far from bank coaches. And he's now about to put the over 5000 car in victory lane for the 5th time this season. And after this, he will hand this car over to Balkan Films, who will have this car out to himself for the remainder of the season. But as it is the last race of the regular season, it is the last race where Cup drivers are allowed to race in the Siemens National Series. And bank coaches taking advantage of this with 1 lap to go at Richmond. Bank coach is proving that he still has what it takes to win, and that his season in the Siemens or the Skills Cup Series is just a bit of a faff this year, or this season. With all that in mind, however, bank coaches will go 2 wins in a row in the Lays 250 at Richmond Raceway. And bank coaches, as we know, bank coaches scored 2 wins in the Siemens National Series last year, and he scores 2 wins in the Siemens National Series this year. Good for bank coaches. And a further back, what came down to a very near the end dispute between Anthony Logan and Can't Drive. It took out Anthony Logan, and Hubi Lexenpulse is very likely your 2020-21 NROL Siemens National Series regular season champion. So hey, it's actually a win-win for Total Motorsports, as bank coaches wins the race, and Hubi Lexenpulse in the final race is your regular season champion. And he will get a lot of bonus points. Actually, a lot of bonus points will be Alex Impulse. I think that's going to shoot him right up to the points lead. So Hubi Alex Impulse can have the most points of all the drivers going into the playoffs. And we'll see how Hubi Alex Impulse does in the last race of the season. And Russell David ends this race on a much better note. Russell David comes home in 11th, just one spot outside the top 10. And Russell David doing pretty decent in his last Siemens National Series race of the season. So considering the rest of the grid, Banco comes up with the win. Henna in second, Noah Gregson third, just Nogai in fourth, Case Nanico in fifth, just Naley in sixth, Ollie Jumbling in seventh, John Doe in eighth, Jeb Bird in ninth, DJ Reed in 10th, Russell David in 11th, Hubi Alex Impulse 12th, Sebastian Kuckle on 13th, Michael Knight 14th, Cody Goforth 15th, Holzmill 16th, Greg Graff 17th, Declan Fitzpatrick Sr. 18th, Damon Blue 19th, Keisha Rickson 20th, Matthew Brown 21st, Edward 22nd, Harrison Burton 23rd, Bob Potter 24th, Ryan T 25th, Ross Stain 26th, Austin Murray 27th, Tyler Patsy 28th, Connor 29th, Anthony Alfredo 30th, Chase Briscoe 33rd, Nathan Amon 32nd, Freeman Chain 33rd, All Assistant Cindric 34th, Maya Snyder 35th, Riley Earp 36th, Winston Rimmer 37th, Brandon Jones 38th, Shane Lamb 39th, Anthony Logan 4th, Ernie Irvin 41st, and Can't Drive 42nd in last. So it's safe to say this was a pretty eventful race here at Richmond, and what a way to end off the regular season. Next time we see what these drivers do for a championship. But that is all for today. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And the Cup Series takes Richmond to tomorrow to end off their regular season. We'll see how it goes for them. And I will see you in whatever I make next.